Hey, it's Tom
And Mike.
from Take Time to Travel.
Paris is an incredibly beautiful city with so many fun things to see and do. During our amazing time in Paris, we explored lots of the different neighborhoods, as well as the popular attractions. And of course, we tried lots of the city's delicious food. So we put together this Paris travel guide to hopefully give you some good ideas on what to do during your trip to Paris. So without further ado, let's get started with Paris's most recognizable landmark, the Eiffel Tower.
For our visit to the Eiffel Tower, we wanted to beat the worst of the crowds, so we booked our second floor tickets online in advance for 9 a.m. After a quick security check, we walked over to the tower on this beautiful day. Then we rode the elevator up 377 feet to the second floor, where we got to see incredible panoramic views overlooking Paris. I was even able to work up the courage to overcome my fear of heights and enjoy the phenomenal views of the Seine River, the beautiful Parisian rooftops, and the Champs-Élysées Park stretching out into the distance. There's also a third floor, 906 feet high, for those braver than me.
But we just made our way down to the first floor, which had a nice lounge area, as well as a snack bar, restaurant, gift shop, some glass floors, which Tom would definitely not walk on, and some more of the same great views of Paris.
After a visit to the Eiffel Tower, the Champs-Élysées is the perfect place to relax, have a picnic, or to take a great photo.
Next is something a little different. It's a scenic Seine River lunch cruise by Bateau Parisien. We decided to book their privilege service so that we could get a table right by the window and enjoy the delicious multi-course lunch service, which includes your choice of appetizer, as well as a main course, a cheese plate, and of course, dessert. In addition, the privilege service also includes a glass of champagne, a bottle of white wine, and as if that wasn't enough, a bottle of red wine too.
It was so wonderful to view Paris from the water and see some of its most iconic landmarks like the Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, the Conciergerie, and the Eiffel Tower.
The scenic lunch cruise lasts about 2 hours, and our privilege service costs 79 euros per person, including all taxes and fees.
Just above the Bateau Parisien docks, we've found this cute little market. It's lined with vendors selling all kinds of touristy goods, as well as lots of stalls selling mouth-watering food. Oh man, that sure does look good. You can even sit down and eat your food with great views of the Eiffel Tower.
Next, we'll head all the way across the city and up to the 18th arrondissement to show you the charming neighborhood of Montmartre. There, you'll find the world-famous Moulin Rouge Cabaret, which was founded in 1889, as well as the impressive-looking Sacré-Cœur Basilica, just in front of which you'll find this incredible view overlooking the city of Paris.
You'll also want to head inside the Basilica to check out its magnificent interior, which is free of charge. For a small fee, you can also climb the 300 steps of the dome to get this phenomenal view, like we did on our last visit.
Just a short walk from the Basilica, you'll find the popular square called Place du Tertre. It's filled with artists selling their beautiful creations. You can even get your portrait drawn by one of the many talented artists that have their easels set up along the bustling square. Place du Tertre really is a picturesque place to wander around. Or you can sit down and relax at one of the many patios surrounding the square to grab something to eat, drink, and people watch.
Another one of our favorite neighborhoods in Paris is Le Marais. It's a trendy area filled with lots of wonderful restaurants, patios, as well as many boutiques and shops, including the famous department store Le BHV Marais, where you can buy everything from fashion and cosmetics to TVs and computers.
You can also find the Centre Pompidou, which has the National Museum of Modern Art, as well as a vast public library inside this unusual looking building.
In Le Marais, you can also find the gay area of Paris. It's filled with lots of popular bars, as well as vibrant and colorful restaurants, bistros, and patios. If you're looking to relax in the neighborhood, make sure to visit the picturesque Place des Vosges. It's the oldest planned square in Paris, dating all the way back to 1605. The park is surrounded by gorgeous brick and stone buildings where you'll find luxury hotels as well as inviting patios. You'll even find some vendors selling artwork.
Beside Le Marais, in the first arrondissement, there's another lovely park called the Nelson Mandela Garden, which overlooks the church of Saint-Eustache, construction of which started in 1532. And it took about 100 years to complete this French Gothic and Renaissance style church. It still holds regular church services, but entry is free if you just want to look around this impressive looking building.
Just across the street from the Church of Saint-Eustache, you'll find lots of beautiful restaurants like this one called Florida. And continuing around the corner, there's one of Paris's many gorgeous walking streets called Rue Montorgueil. The street is home to tons of places to grab a bite at one of the many restaurants and patios. This bustling avenue is also a great place to just go for a scenic stroll and to people watch.
A little bit further down the street, you'll find the oldest bakery in Paris, which was founded by King Louis XV's pastry chef in 1730, called Stohrer Patisserie. The interior of the small patisserie is absolutely gorgeous and is filled with the smells of freshly baked goods as well as mouth-watering treats everywhere you look. There were so many delicious looking options that it was hard to decide what to get.
As soon as we paid and got outside, we couldn't wait and quickly got into our goodies. I decided to try one of the flaky and incredibly delicious croissants, which was the best I've ever had. Mike decided to get one of their delectable strawberry tarts. Isn't that pretty? It's like an edible work of art. It almost looks too perfect to eat, but he's going to anyways, and make a mess while doing it. Well done, Mike. It did taste incredible though.
Paris also has lots of other delicious places to grab a bite to eat. Some of our favorites were Les Clémates, which has a Michelin star, as well as the French restaurant Chez Mademoiselle. For more recommendations, make sure to check out our Paris food tour video, which we'll link in the description section down below.
Another famous monument in Paris is the Arc de Triomphe, which is located at the west end of the spectacular Champs-Élysées. Here you'll find lots of restaurants, cafes, and luxury retailers like Louis Vuitton and Dior.
If you're looking for more luxury shopping, then head over to the nearby Rue Saint-Honoré, where you can find more high-end brands like Givenchy, Hermès, and Gucci.
Just a short walk from Rue Saint-Honoré, you can find the beautiful Tuileries garden, which was opened to the public in 1667. The park has lovely tree-lined promenades, as well as nice patios, and the Fête Foraine de Tuileries, or the Tuileries Fun Fair, which has rides for people of all ages. As you continue to walk down the midway, you'll find lots of attractions. There's everything from a carousel to bumper cars, fun houses, and even a giant Ferris wheel.
Next to the Tuileries Garden, you'll find the world's most visited museum, the Louvre. This spectacular building houses the Mona Lisa, as well as hundreds of thousands of other items, including 35,000 works of art, as well as various artifacts and sculptures in this sprawling former palace, covering more than 650,000 square feet.
In Paris, there's also lots of other museums, such as the Musée d'Orsay, located in this gorgeous building that used to be a railway station, as well as the National Archives Museum, located inside the Hôtel du Soubise, which used to be a private mansion. There's also the Hôtel des Invalides, which contains museums and monuments relating to the military history of France, as well as the tomb of Napoleon Bonaparte, the former Emperor of France. You can also find the Paris Opera Library Museum inside the Palais Garnier, which is known as an opera house but is now mostly used for ballet.
While visiting Paris, make sure to head to the outskirts and check out the spectacular Palace of Versailles. This incredibly ornate building is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is absolutely breathtaking to behold. Some of our favorite rooms in the palace are the Hall of Mirrors, as well as the Gallery of Great Battles, which is the largest room in the palace and showcases artwork depicting the greatest battles in the history of France.
The gardens of Versailles are incredible as well. The palace's gardens cover some 800 hectares of land. There are numerous promenades bordered with greenery, as well as lots of lovely fountains. There were so many beautifully landscaped areas that we can't possibly list them all. But one of our favorites was the Enceladus Grove, which was inspired by the legend of the fall of the giants in Greek and Roman mythology.
After visiting the palace, make sure to head into the town of Versailles to check it out. The picturesque streets are lined with lots of bustling restaurants and patios, as well as shops and bakeries, and the Notre Dame Market, which is much busier than this if you come on the weekend.
Well, as always, we really enjoyed making today's video, and we hope that we gave you some good ideas on what to do during your trip to Paris. If we did, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on our future videos. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps our channel to grow.
And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.